sports. It's in the game.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're watching the Snowhawks' superstar cornerback, who's now up to 30 tackles so far this season. It's the Snowhawks and the Saints on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this San Antonio team as they enter play. It's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of NC State.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Peterson now throwing to start the drive. Short throw to Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Up the middle they go. Fisher. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Peterson. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Saints offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. He finds his man complete. That's Fisher. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Back to throw. Peterson. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. They had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Oh, look at the juke. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 11. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Hoffman. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Second and 5. A slant to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Snowhawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pushing his way through. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Peterson now throwing to start the drive. That is incomplete. When you look at this defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And going the books is a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Peterson. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 33.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Aldridge. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense for the Saints, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Aldridge. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Call that a gain of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
He'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Aldridge. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Snowhawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
First down, Saints.
Looking to throw. Peterson firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down. Up the middle they go. It's Ross, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw. Peterson. It's caught. Smith. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Peterson. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Looking to throw. Peterson toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
He's got it complete to Tolbert. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick 6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Snowhawks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. Looking left side, he's got it complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Complete to Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Snowhawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. 5 plays there on that drive. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Craig. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. Jaden Daniels, a touchdown pass in the victory. We'll stay in the NFC East as we head down to the great state of Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. The Packers are still holding on as the win gets them to 9-6 on the year with 2 games to go. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for as they've got a good one lined up between the San Francisco 49ers and the LA Rams. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some. The final halftime adjustments being made. Back to football in Texas. And for the call, we turn it back over to Brandon Gott.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been incredible all year long. The NFL's leader in passing yards as he just recently eclipsed the 4,000-yard mark on the season. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And touchdown! A big play there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Snowhawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
To throw is Peterson. Off the play fake. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. First down, Saints.
Now a handoff up the middle. Fisher. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Peterson. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to throw. Peterson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Saints first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw here on first down. Short throw to Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He finds his man, complete. It's Craig. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On first down, Baldridge. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Aldridge.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the... Back now in San Antonio. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run on first down. Aldridge.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And his big night continues on that last run. The yardage there going to move him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Aldridge. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now a handoff up the middle. Aldridge. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Aldridge. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Snowhawks up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
And he returns this to the 22.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun. Peterson. Short throw to Smith. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him.
To the right side and intercepted. Inside the 10.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
2nd and 11. Short throw to Smith. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Back to throw. Peterson. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Peterson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.